You're listening to Robert's Dopey Theme Park Comedy Podcast. Robertland. You're listening to Robertland. You're listening to Robertland. Make sure you're tall enough to come on the ride.
You're listening to the Fuck Yeah Nation Network.
This episode of the Robertland podcast has been brought to you by the new service, Dabs, where a man named Dabs pesters you to do dabs of marijuana with him.
Have you ever done a dab? Of course. Let's just do some dabs.
Yes.
I gotta do a dab.
Duly noted.
Do you want to do like indica or sativa or maybe a hybrid? I don't care. Let's just do some dabs.
Dabs. Hi, welcome to Robertland. That's right, your favorite not safe for work comedy theme park podcast. And I'm your host, Robert Thompson, comedian, musician, theme park phrenologist. How do do? What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? It is beautiful to be here. I lost my headphones there. That's how excited I was for the program today because this one's a special episode, guys. I mean, I know every episode is special, and I keep saying that, but we have a treat for you because we're talking about something I'm really fascinated in and something I'm going to learn about today. But we are all, Rossco Soletrain is on the show today, of course, and we got Ryan D in his building on the program. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about Snoopy's home ice arena in Santa Rosa, California. It's kind of a staple there, and much like a theme park. It's going to be a hoot. Charles Schultz, the Peanuts creator, actually, his family, I think, helped, they had a lot to do with the place. It's fucking Snoopy's place, dude. So you'll know what's up. I'm excited. We're going to get into the whole thing, the whole shebang. I mean, sometimes I kind of kick myself because there's always big theme park news after we record these, and I want to let you know, I hear every time Disney's gonna reopen, Disneyland's gonna reopen, Legoland, someone lost their cock. Sometimes I forget where, sometimes the show comes out and then something major happens in theme park news. Sometimes we record these this is 2013 right now, so sometimes they're a little earlier, COVID, what, I know about COVID SARS number 1. I haven't heard about the second one yet. I'll find out someday. So, what about Duck Dynasty and twerking, man? How's 2013 for you, Rossco? Just kidding. We are not in 2013. You know what I'm saying. Either way, I just want to let you guys know that sometimes we record the show and then this major shit happens. So don't give me shit, dude. I'll include it when it gets there, okay? So we'll talk about it. So fuck you, Dad. No, I love my dad and I love you guys. I'm excited. This is Robertland. You're in it. We're in it to win it. And we're rubber. Before we get to the program today, we're going to go to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, your classic theme park minute with Zack Hillman. Enjoy.
This is Theme Park Minute with Zack Hillman. Ridden enough roller coasters for a lifetime? Me neither. But if you're in the mood to try something different, head over to Drive a Tank in Minnesota. In case you couldn't tell from the name, they let you drive a motherfucking tank and show your dad who the big man is now. Sadly, they can't recreate the existential crises and near constant torment that accompany true armed combat. But park planners are hard at work making that dream a reality.
All right, what's up, everybody? Man, Rossco motherfucking Soletrain, Ryan motherfucking D Piazza in the building.
Yeah.
Man,
DeMartini, I kind of like that.
That's right, dude.
Like the drummer or the guitarist from Rat.
Oh, is that
his last name?
Warren DeMartini.
Oh,
yeah.
DeMartini's a cool name.
Yeah, Ryan DeMartini. It sounds cool.
Yeah,
like
that's a fake name, right?
It's better than Ryan DeSantis, which I have you in my phone under.
Oh, well. That's all right. I'll take it. Well, that's the reason I started just going by Ryan D was because so many people just butcher my last name. Yeah, which was, whatever. It is what it is. It's not a common name, so it's like...
Yeah, well, it is a Ryan DeRarist name, Mr. Ryan Demaris. But guys, this is cool. I forgot to mention the head of the show, but and the dickhead of the show. No, that there was there's a little program called the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. As you know, we did 3 episodes on the films. Should we just do the spoiler on that?
Let's fucking get into it, man.
So,
crack it open.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so,
We all watched it, right?
I watched the first episode.
I watched the first episode. I didn't see anything else.
Yeah, I haven't watched the other one yet.
Yeah, that's the first one, too. So what'd you think, Rossco?
Oh, whatever. You know? I thought it was cool that Emilio was eating cake. That was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's fun. And I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with the show. I have a feeling it's going to be a nice homogenized version of the Mighty Ducks. They're really going to fucking, cut the... I mean, not that there was like a movie that had like a big set of nuts anyway, but it's definitely going to...
Yes, I do love all the subversive... yeah, there's a few, like Apocalypse Now, Mighty Ducks...
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
I don't want to see them, trim all of the headiness of the Mighty Ducks, but I get you. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I was worried about that, but I actually really enjoyed the first episode, and I was worried that it would be like a little too like dramatized, because, but it actually, it had the original writer, and I was stoked about that because it had some of the same kind of like silly, goofy 90s stuff in there, but the pacing is much more like today, but like it still had, like, I love the new Goldberg that's a gamer.
Totally.
I thought
he's
that
really, really fat. He's way fatter than Goldberg.
I did notice he's a hefty boy, which is good for him, and it's cool that they have him on the show, and he's funny so far.
Inclusion.
But I don't know, because I don't think they put a fat suit on a kid. I mean, fat suit on a kid. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. And we're in America. There's plenty of fat kids. So
you're looking at one right now.
We're gonna
no, I mean, hey guys, I've had a lot of Wiener Schnitzel, and it packs it on, dude. But no, I enjoyed it. I thought that the Emilio was pretty great, that he's like this bitter,
doesn't like hockey.
Yeah, it's cool that it's a great plot that like they're going against this Mighty Ducks that's this like established, because it would have to be that, and that's what I love about it, because a lot of times people forget like what was great about certain things. Like when you think about Saturday Night Live when it started, it was like this subversive comedy show that was like badass, and then like they kind of become the man. You know what I mean? And so Mighty Ducks is great because, like, in this, they kind of recognize that, because the Mighty Ducks in that universe would be a huge, like, they'd be a sensation if they were that good for that long.
People would want to, they would want to go to that hockey program.
And they'd expect a certain thing. So I love that it's like this new team that's like going against them, kind of like Cobra Kai,
Right.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it is the same kind of formula, right? Like Cobra Kai had become, he brings back Cobra Kai, and then you realize, like just like we were saying when we were comparing D2 and D3 to flipping the other side of things, then you look at they're pretty much the villains in certain scenarios, so so it does kind of make sense that Bombay, he set up this sort of legacy, and so now this is this huge successful team, and it's like a team of only winners, right? So yeah, I guess. I mean, it was definitely a different point of view than what I would have taken. I was kind of surprised in that kind of plot point.
I'm gonna watch the whole fucking thing. I don't give a shit, even if it
me
sucks
too.
balls.
I mean, let's not forget these are kids' movies and kids TV shows. So like anyone bitching about it, it's like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Dude. Like they're not for you. They're for the next generation of people, of kids who were your age, that when you fell in love with Mighty Ducks and D1 or D2 and all that, it's like people forget that, and that's what bugs the shit out of me about a lot of these. Like, people are bitching about the Space Jam sequel or whatever, and it's like,
who cares?
It's a kids movie, man.
Yeah,
It does not uphold the artistry of Space Jam, the cinematic achievement of Space Jam. It's like, what the fuck? That's what it's for, dude. It's like supposed to be this silly. You're right. They kind of take the fun out of it, like Fantastic Four is getting so many different gritty reboots, and I'm like, it's the goofy Fantastic Four. Do we really need to have a gritty Fantastic Four? Like, it just, there's a reason why it works that way. It's silly fun.
It would be like if they did some kind of like wild, realistic interpretation of like a Howard the Duck or Plastic Man in DC.
Well, I mean, like Brady, they sort of have.
But it wasn't. It still, the character was still wacky and dumb.
It's a dumb
character. That's why he was.
It's a dumb character in Guardians and in space.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll give him a movie, but it's just a fun nod. Howard the Duck's actually on my mouse pad here.
Oh, great! Yeah, I love Howard the Duck.
Look, there he is. Hold on, I'll show the camera.
A little baby.
Where is he at? There he is.
Howard the Duke.
Yeah.
They filmed some of that movie in my hometown.
Oh, really?
In Santa
Great
Rosa.
film.
So should we just get
Petaluma?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking A.
Petaluma.
That's a great segue.
There we go. Great
Wow,
segue.
dude.
Santa Rosa, Sonoma County.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ross he's the the in-house expert on Snoopy's home ice arena.
All right, well, before we get into it, though, the reason why I wanted to do this episode is specifically because they kind of have the whole, like, Snoopy, Redwood Empire Ice Arena, or the whole, like, Snoopy home ice complex. They kind of have it set up as a theme park. And, like, there's not rides and shit, but there's a museum, there's a big gift shop that used to have the museum aspect on the top, and then there's the ice arena that's themed on the inside as a Swiss chalet. So there's, like, fucking facades of like a village, and there's trees. It's fucking cool. And so I figured, because this is a theme park podcast, firstly, why not do this episode? Especially because, like, you know, we're talking about the Mighty Ducks. We've been talking about the Mighty Ducks.
Shoot.
Oh, you fucked up, bro.
Did I fuck everything?
No, you
okay.
But, like, it makes sense. And this place was so fucking... growing up at this arena, like, it was the shit. And Charles Schultz had a fucking huge impact on not only, like, the hockey community in Santa Rosa. He basically, in a lot of respects, created it. And also, like, the figure skating community. And there was all kinds of fun shit. Like, he used to do these ice shows in the 80s and 90s where he'd have all these, like, ice pros come through and all these Olympians and stuff and do these fucking rad ice shows. Like, he did this all because that's what he wanted, you know? He wasn't making any money. I don't think this place makes any money at all.
Yeah.
But even weird stuff, like, I was talking to my dad's best friend who used to play ice hockey with Charles Schultz, and he said that the reason why you were seeing, for all those years, you would see Snoopy in MetLife commercials. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So the reason why he signed off on the rights to that was specifically to get insurance for the arena.
Oh, wow.
So that's why the money was good too, but I guess it insured the arena for a lifetime.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always wondered. I had MetLife for a little while.
Yep, that's where the Snoopy connection came from.
I thought that was like a Met fan dating app, you know? Like, hey, you like the Mets too? Hey, Bill Buckner, man, what a motherfucker.
Dude, you should create that shit.
That's
MetLife?
MetLife is the Metallica fan club, dude.
Oh, is that?
Fuck yeah.
It's actually, but it is called Met Club, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fucking funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this arena, it opened up in 1969. And the reason, so I guess, like, Charles, or Sparky, everybody called him Sparky. So I guess Sparky, he wanted to skate. He's from Minnesota. So he built this fucking thing in 69. And yeah, dude, he did fucking, like, there was this crazy ass senior tournament that he would have every year where there'd be all these fucking teams from, like, they'd have, like, 40 and up, 50 and up, 60 and up, and 70 and up. And some of these fucking games, like, they would have, it was fucking huge. I guess, like, there'd be, like, 60 countries that would be involved in this fucking thing.
Really?
Dude, it was fun.
Would there be like a breakdown during the games? There's like
They showed up. Yeah.
Little penis dancing.
Yeah.
And if a player smells, they call him Pigpen.
Yeah, that's the only time Pigpen would show up is when they would dance, right?
Yeah.
You guys ever smelt like? Did you guys ever play hockey growing up?
Street hockey.
Not street hockey, but let me tell you, if we're talking about what the pads and gloves smelled like, I played baseball. I played, friends would play street hockey, but never really, in a league. And then, but my man, I know what like football pads smell like and shit. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's bad.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I didn't play hockey, but I did play street hockey, and we had a friend that was he played hockey, right? And he smelled a lot too. Mm-hmm. But he was an athlete, right? He became a military man later on. He was a pretty athletic dude. He would literally try out checking on me and my brother when we were like 9 or 10 years old. He would slam us against the wall and be like, "That's how it goes, dude. That's how it goes." I don't know if he actually played hockey. I think he just wanted to slam us against the wall.
Probably. Yeah. That's how it goes, dude.
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's like my older brother was my biggest bully growing up. So I mean, yeah, he was. Yeah, that was his thing. He loved to just tackle me.
Yeah, but this guy,
how are you gonna fucking toughen up for the game?
Yeah, God. What game?
Yeah, he's like, "Come on, bro, you need to be strong. And be strong. Don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap."
Oh my God, man!
He would do that. No, guys, this episode I might have to have some revelations to get out. No, but anyway, so I was talking about rape. Charles Schultz.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, but no, he just dude, this guy did so much. Do you guys know anything about Charles Schultz at all?
No, not really.
So he was a fucking weird character.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was just about to be like, well, I was gonna watch that Ren and Stimpy documentary, but I'm really scared of how devastated I'll be.
Oh, dude, what's that guy's name?
Oh, John K.
John K.
John K.
Yeah, he's a character from what I know.
He's fucking.
Is he?
He's a pederast.
Oh yeah. Big
Oh
time.
wait. Oh what?
Oh
Yeah.
dude, like he would do shit like real like blatant. Like he would bring around like his like 16-year-old girlfriend to the studio.
Yeah. And he would fly him out from like Minnesota and shit, and like.
God, every day there's just some like, what else is gonna happen?
Yeah, he was a real motherfucker apparently. But anyway.
Yeah. Charles Schultz was not that bad. I mean, when you're comparing him to John Kay, but you think about it, like. None of these people are saints, like any of these fucking people.
Well, yeah, I mean, it takes. I don't know, man. It's so hard to like really grasp the idea that like a lot of our idols are just real pieces of shit.
Sure.
Sometimes, it's like, I mean, most of the time, let's be real. Some of the best artists and
they're all fucked.
They were all fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, artists or any sort of groundbreaking author or anything like that.
Sure.
I mean, they were all drunks, heroin addicts or something like that.
Yeah, weird motherfuckers.
Yeah, just but the thing is, the drunks and the heroin addicts are the ones who were the least fucking fucked up, right?
Right. Yeah, they just had that.
Leave it for the British people to be transphobic or whatever. What's her name? J.K. Rowling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I don't know. She just like is always getting into biology stuff. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Like she has the whole empire of Harry Potter, but she wants to get into biology
Is she
arguments.
like a fucking Jordan Peterson? Fucking.
I don't know.
She said that like Dumbledore was gay or something like that, and it's like, who
cares?
Do we really need to know? I mean, I don't know. But she gets in all these Twitter beefs of, like over people, like because like there'll be all these fan theories, and then she'll like clarify, which I think is fun, I guess. And that's her. I mean, it's her shit. Who's gonna argue with what she wrote and created, right?
Why would you even waste your time on Twitter if you were fucking J.K. Rowling?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense at all. That's the fucking... I mean, fucking around on Twitter is like beating your head against a fucking wall.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
I always thought
Absolute
that Donnell Rawlings wrote J.K. Rowling.
That guy's fucking funny.
Yeah, he is.
Continue about... what's his name? Schultz.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna fix that mic for you. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay,
Just
cool.
keep
So Andrew Schultz started the Peanuts.
Yeah. He did.
Beyonce knows you, motherfucker.
And then his buddy was the guy. He was the influencer, or that's where Snoopy came from.
Oh, really?
His buddy, yeah, because he's like an adventure man.
Did you notice Andrew Schultz looks like Al Pacino and Dick Tracy?
He kind of does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, dude, it's cool, man. You're so Charles Schultz is a character.
Well, yeah, he's a fucking weirdo, and like apparently, whenever there'd be like Time Magazine or fucking some like reporter would come through, they would have to like, because basically all the guy did, he had 5 kids, but basically all the guy did was play hockey and make cartoons, and he would not come out of his fucking office. Like he just isolated himself from everybody, so they would have to like make like situations like, oh, here he is with his family taking them to school, and all of it was bullshit.
Really?
Like he was just literally in his
He
fucking
was just a recluse.
Yeah, he was. He had a dope office. In the gift shop at the arena, there was this fucking gift shop was so cool. So that you walk in the gift shop and there's all these like cute, obviously like Snoopy shit. To the left is like their hockey shop, and then there's this wall that's all carpeted. That is like it goes up this massive staircase. Not even a staircase, it's like a giant ramp that follows the inside of the building. And the whole thing is this wild fucking carpeted wall of like a Snoopy scene. It's fucking cool.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
When you went up to the top of it, there was like a Snoopy Museum that they would change out from time to time. It was like, sometimes it'd be Snoopy stuff, sometimes it would be like hockey shit. A lot of times it was like senior tournament stuff because that's what, fucking Sparky was into.
Right.
And then in the back was his office. And, he was alive until the year 2000. So as a kid, you'd go up there and you could see, there's windows all throughout his office. So you could see inside of it. I guess they did a reproduction of the office, which is so strange to me because it's like his real fucking office is right there in the gift shop. But they made a recreation of his office across the street at the museum.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Huh.
That's crazy. And was Chucky Schultz in the building a lot? Like was he there all
the
the
fucking time? I met him twice.
So you're saying in all those like PR like who was a family man. He was a hockey man.
He was a hockey guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a hockey guy, and he hung out. There was this guy, dude, and they would do these ice shows, and there was always this one fucking guy. I don't know his real name, but his nickname was Mr. Debonair. And he wasn't the best figure skater in the world, but I used to go to all the ice shows. I actually love figure skating because of fucking this place. But
he sounds like a pro wrestler /
Mr.
like
Debonair?
Mr. Debonair, like $1 Million Man on skates or something.
This guy was the biggest fucking cheese dick of all time. Like, he always had this like shit-eating grin, and like because he was older. He was like fucking Sparky's buddy.
Yeah.
So like he was an older guy, but they'd always be like a big deal. Like, and now here we have Mr. Debonair, and he would come out and just fucking. It was always like a lot of arms and smiles, and not really like a lot of fucking sick moves, But
it's like he learned these from the Tsar of Prussia.
Yeah, dude.
Because he's old, Prussia. Never mind. That's for our history buffs out there.
Right.
Anyways, continue.
Oh yeah, so like he basically just spent his time at the fucking rink, and so when I met him as a kid. I remember the first time I met him, my mom like walked up and she's like, "Oh, he was just standing there alone, just like watching people."
Yeah.
And apparently, like that's what he loved to do, was just like go to the rink and like
just people watch.
People watch, yeah. And so I went up to me and my mom went up to him and she was like, "Ross, this is Charles Schultz. He's the guy that created the Peanuts gang. You should shake his hand." And I look at my mom and I was like, "I don't know who." I fucking remember this. I was probably like 4. And I was like, I don't know who this fucking guy is. Like, I don't want to shake his hand. Like,
yeah.
And I remember him fucking thinking that was pretty goddamn funny.
I could see him think that's funny. Yeah, he's all good grief.
Well, because he was a super depressed guy.
Good grief.
And when you look back and you read some of the old Peanuts fucking strips.
Yeah, they're sad.
They're fucking sad.
They're very, like, introspective and, like,
Dude, they're sad.
Yeah.
And, like...
I wish Morrissey did a, like, song,
Oh, my God.
Good grief, I'm alone again. Lucy had me kick the ball, and then I kicked myself in the balls. I don't know.
He never got... And fucking what's funny about like Charlie Brown is that he always got the fucking ball taken away from him, from Lucy. He never kicked the ball once.
Didn't he? Wasn't there an episode where he even... I remember seeing something where he even had it set up on a tee. He was finally going to be able to kick the ball, and he missed.
Yeah.
Was it like the last episode or something? Doesn't he kick the ball in the last one, maybe?
No, he never kicks it. He misses. He ends up just missing the ball completely and flipping over it.
That's pretty cool. That's like staying to the source,
Yeah.
Yeah, like he had it to himself. He didn't even have Lucy holding the ball, and he still didn't kick it.
There's some really... It's funny, like... when you go back and like revisit some of those, because I had this big Peanuts book growing up, and like some of those ones were like, they were fucking sad.
Yeah.
Like there'd be like ones where like, I remember one where Charlie Brown was like laying in bed and it was something to do with like, why me? Like why is this happening to me, or something like very fucking...
Yeah.
He's a very sad boy, but I think that from what I've like gathered over the years, like a lot of that was... Apparently he was a very liked individual, but he always felt like no one liked him and he was a fucking loser and all this shit.
Right.
But dude, to this day, Charles Schultz is still one of the fucking most profitable celebrities of all time.
Right.
I think it goes like Michael Jackson, Elvis, and fucking Charles Schultz.
No way.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Well, you think about Knott's Berry Farm, all those, other parks that have had Snoopy.
Dude, in Peanuts overseas, like in Japan, apparently fucking Snoopy is bigger than Mickey Mouse.
I bet. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, he has had a big impact on the culture and stuff. It's crazy that you could see him at this ice arena in Santa Rosa. Has it changed over the years a lot, or?
The only thing that's changed over there, they kept the interior all the same because it still looks dope. They kept it up really well. The only thing that's changed is they put the museum across, like there's a little like side street, and they put the museum over there. I have not been to the museum, but apparently the fucking museum is super cool. It's like pretty interactive and fun. But that's the only thing that's really changed. That they still have like the carpet wall and everything.
So that's in Santa Rosa.
Yeah.
You and I talked before, but I used to go to Santa Rosa like at least 2 times a year. I would go. Obviously pre-pandemic. Well, Whereabouts though? Like where would, because you said it's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's kind of weirdly tucked away, but it's so when you're going through Santa Rosa on 101, and there's the that Cottingtown Mall sign that spins. It's like super 60s.
Yeah.
So if you get off there and you hang a left, and you kind of pass the Cottingtown Mall, it's tucked away to your right, and they put all these redwood trees, so it doesn't really poke out from the street at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of tucked away. It's cool. It's once you see it, you can't miss it, but it is kind of tucked away.
Santa Rosa is such a weird place because it's like it's. I think it's like it's a smaller city, but it still has like big city vibes, sort of.
It does.
And I mean that in a sense where there's a lot of homeless people, and there's pockets of like really dangerous areas.
There is, yeah.
Which was kind of funny to me because I stayed at that Motel 6 over there on what I think it's on Santa Rosa or something like that, where the fucking there's a diner right next door.
It's the Santa Rosa Diner on Santa Rosa Boulevard.
It used to be Adele's. Now it's called something else.
Yeah.
It's on the corner there. That real old school one with the fucking rock walls and shit.
Yeah. It's like old school one, but it's literally in the parking lot of another hotel.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Adele's. It used to be a Sambo's back in the day.
Ooh.
Yeah, straight up, dude.
It's good that they changed the name in time.
They finally changed the name of the last one in Santa Barbara.
Oh, so there's no
more Sambos.
No more Sambos.
It's gone.
We found the book. I found.
Oh yeah.
I found the Little Black Sambo book in my grandma's garage.
Mm-hmm.
That was my mom's.
He was like a little Golden Book character, right? Or what was?
Kind of.
He was like in the
pre-Golden Books.
Oh, okay. He was like in a silver bronze. He was in the bronze. The Stone Age books.
There's like a weird. I think. I guess at one point, Sambo was an Indian boy, and then they made him a black character. And then when
whoever they wanted to pick on at the moment,
I don't even know that.
Then he was a Pollock.
Yes. yeah.
How many Sambos does it take to? I'm Polish. I get those jokes all the time.
Dude, it was so.
And no one sticks up for us, bro. I mean, we make kielbasas. That's all I know from my Polish side. There's kielbasas there, and
no one makes fun of the Polacks anymore.
Well, because it's a fucking.
Go to Chicago and you'll get made fun of.
I mean,
in 1995.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
that was the thing.
I explained that I think on a podcast. Was it on here when I was talking about how I had to do research on Polak jokes? I was wondering why that was a thing.
No, but we talked about it. Yeah, you were saying.
Apparently it's because Poland just allowed Germany to infiltrate. They knew they were coming, and when Nazi Germany was we're gonna take over, and they went, okay.
So they let them come inside.
Oh,
yeah.
It was they knew they were gonna do it, and they were like, hey, you can either let us in, or we're just gonna come. And then the Polish were just whatever, dude. And they didn't even they had no army. And they just basically allowed it to happen.
So that's why the Polacks were getting shit on.
So after World War II,
all the way to the fucking 90s.
So when they started fleeing the country and coming to the States, that's where those jokes came from, because they'd be like, you fucking idiots, no wonder, that's why you have to come to America, because you let this happen.
Yeah, Polak.
Yeah. I think it's all, it is hilarious. It's all hearsay stuff too, because we weren't, French, they'd give a lot of shit too, they're like, oh, those frogs that gave up, but they actually put on a big fight. They were still in it till the end, but it's just, they didn't have all of the news InfoWars that we have today.
Oh my God.
No, but anyway, so man, it's crazy though to think that Charles Schultz had the arena. It's still there.
Yeah,
I mean that's cool, man.
And they're going nowhere, dude. It's weird. I cannot believe they've been able to sustain for this long. Because when you go to the free skates and shit, there's not really that many people there. But I will say, right before the pandemic, there was this team that actually I'm wearing the shirt right now, the Santa Rosa Growlers.
Yeah,
they got this
I like that because of all the beer.
And they have they even have a little fucking growler in here.
That's cool.
So they got this team. I don't know what league it is, but dude, the fucking level of play with these guys is fucking awesome. And they were selling out every game, so there'd be 700 people. They got a beer sponsor, by this company. I can't remember the name of the fucking company, but they have like their own beer, like Big Chirp it's called. And so people are getting fucked up in this fucking arena.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man, it was so fucking fun. They sold out every single game. And dude, it was so cool because you go to a game and there'd be like a bunch of kids there treating all these fucking players like rock stars. So when the players have to come out onto the ice, they have to walk basically in through the crowd on the side of the fucking rink. It was fucking awesome. And you could tell, dude, these fucking guys were eating it up. And they were sick. They didn't lose a fucking entire game the whole season. And it was crazy because, like, it wasn't, like, just teams around Northern California. Like, they were going to, like, Arizona and fucking Nevada and I think even Oregon. So they were, like, going to, like, nearby states and traveling around. I couldn't believe they were able to get it together. But I fucking hope, when this pandemic's over, I hope they bring back that fucking team because it was so fun.
That's
so
cool.
Fun.
Yeah, I'd imagine it being a lot more fun at those kinds of games because it's like a little more no holds bar too.
Oh yeah.
So like, is there a lot more fighting? Like
there wasn't a lot more
those like subdivisions.
Not really. There wasn't I mean, there was some fighting, but the level of play with the Growlers, they were so much better than any other team.
Yeah.
So they were just fucking shit up the entire time.
Right.
So any game that you went to, they just fucking crushed.
That's cool.
It was awesome.
So did you ever get to skate there or?
Oh yeah, I played ice hockey there for 6 years.
Oh.
Yeah, so I fucking grew up at this arena.
At that rink.
Yeah, I used to play house hockey. So I never was I wasn't any good. But I loved fucking playing. I could skate. I was okay. My dad was my coach.
What was your position?
Defense, and then I played center towards the end.
Right on.
Which center's a lot more fun, but
yeah.
I probably was I sucked at either position. It didn't really matter. So, but yeah, I played house hockey, which was, so the way they had the league set up was you had like the house program, and then you went on to travel team if you could either afford it, or if you were good enough. So we were kind of like the little feeder.
Oh, so was it like, would you guys, were you themed after the program House on Fox?
Yeah, we were,
the Hugh Laurie.
Yes.
You guys wear Hugh Laurie jerseys?
We were all on heroin.
They just play house music?
Yeah, totally. It was it was like an all-encompassing house
theme. And they had,
we came out of a house. We actually literally did. Our locker room was inside of the fucking house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the facades.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they have a Tim Allen voice clip?
Yeah. Fucking Wilson was like poking his head out. It was great watching us.
Dude, Wilson was definitely up to some stuff back there, dude, behind the fence.
He had a lab.
Oh, yeah.
Totally had a lab.
Yeah, did he never needed to borrow any tools or anything either? It's like Tim always needed shit from Al.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I want to see Wilson Begins, like like Batman Begins, but Wilson Begins.
I mean Wilson. Yeah.
Like what made him?
It's Breaking Bad, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's Jesse Pinkman.
Dude,
he just changed his name.
Wilson's definitely fucking Walter White. He just faked his death.
Yeah.
And he's just living behind.
Yeah,
Tim
he's a very wise guy. He's had a lot of life experience and stuff to offer. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, totally.
I'm sure you could fucking concoct some kind of weird fan theory and throw it up there.
Yeah. Well, dude, I can't wait for 100 years when everything's just melded together. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's all just going to be like, hey, remember Rambo on Disney? Like, it's going to be all one big thing. Yeah.
Long turd.
Yeah. There was the Disney versus Amazon movie, bro.
I hate those fucking fan theories that everybody put up.
The whole time.
Like what?
Adolf Hitler was Charlie Chaplin.
There's all these like fan theories about like Pixar fan theories, where like the interconnected woven universe of the whole thing, and
that's kind of true, isn't it though?
Not the way these fucking people will fucking fill in all these weird ass gaps.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It's like people that
I saw one that made the most sense to me. That Sid is dead. Sid from Toy Story.
Oh, kind of like a stir of echo. Or what was that movie?
No, because not that he was like always dead. It's just he's now dead in this timeline that we have, right? So in Toy Story, he's the kid blowing up the toys and has all the mutant toys, right? Then in Toy Story 3, he's the garbage man.
Yeah.
But then you see him as a skeleton you see him walking into the land of the dead in Coco.
Oh yeah, it looks like him.
He's wearing the T-shirt.
Yeah. So I guess maybe they did kill off.
So they killed off Sid. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a confirmed Pixar.
Yeah, for sure.
They're all confirmed. Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see him walking, when he's crossing the bridge.
Yeah. Well, you hear it first, maybe. I didn't know about that. I gotta watch that again.
Yeah.
When they're going into Dead Land?
When Coco when he's first walking over that like kind of rainbow bridge.
Yeah.
I guess I have to take back my fucking statement about fan theories and Pixar and how much they suck.
Well, it doesn't mean that they aren't far fetched.
Well, I mean, because they always have those hidden Easter eggs in all of them too. So like, the Toyota truck is, the
Pizza
the
Planet?
Pizza Planet truck is in every movie.
Yeah.
So
Even Brave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Woody was on the grassy knoll. He actually shot John F. Kennedy.
He's related to George
There's a
Bush.
snake in my boots.
And Buzz actually fixed the moon landing. So that's
So it all ties together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere with fucking Peanuts somehow.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Charles Schultz also hated the fucking name, the Peanuts Gang.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
where did that
fucking-
come from? Do you know?
I think it came from so there was the Peanut Gallery and the Howdy Doody show. And so I think when he got the show syndicated or the strip syndicated, he wasn't in control of the name. I think he wanted to do something like Charlie Brown and Friends or some shit.
Yeah.
I think he hated it to the end.
Yeah.
Like he never liked the
Yeah.
fucking name.
Yeah, the Peanuts is a stupid ass name.
Yeah. It's kind of like band names though. Band names are always stupid.
Yeah.
It's like Green Day don't like that name. But sometimes those weird names are memorable.
Sometimes.
But
most band names do suck.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Blink 182.
Yeah, Beatles.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
a stupid name.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, my favorite band name is Anal Cunt.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
that is a good
They're a
one.
Christian rock
Or
group.
mine is a Dying Fetus.
Oh yeah, Dying Fetus is good too.
Metal bands always have decent names.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, Metallica might be one. Even though I'm like a huge fanboy, like that might be one of the greatest, most.
Are you a
original...
Metallica fanboy?
Yeah, I'm a huge Metallica fanboy.
Are you really?
Yeah, dude.
Huh. I'll bring you a guitar pick. I have some.
Oh, dude, yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
from the
you
Bay
didn't know
Area,
that? You didn't
dude.
know that I'm a huge Metallica fan.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I'm even a load.
Saint-
I'm a load and reload.
Wow.
What's it called?
Truther.
Truther, yeah. Apologist.
Yeah.
What was that one album they came out with? The Tick Tock, Tick Tock,
Tick tock, tick tock.
Frantic. That's on Saint Anger.
Yeah, Saint
Dude,
Anger
that
though
was
is
a
the
fucking terrible record.
But I love that. I love that song. And you know what? Somebody somebody remixed it and re-recorded it, remixed it.
Yeah, because
And
of
it's-
the.
trash can drums.
Yes.
and it sounds really good.
Why did it sound like that?
Because that was when like Some Kind of Monster was they were doing that documentary.
Yes.
And the band was like legit, like we were
They were gonna break up, right?
We were witnessing the band falling apart. And a lot of the mixing, they fired Bob, what's his name?
Yeah, Bob Rock.
They
Bob
fired
Ross.
him like in the, I almost said Bob Ross. They fired him like in the middle of mixing. So it ended up being like just Lars mixing it.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Dude, I ran into Lars at Disneyland once.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, what?
Yeah,
This is a
really.
great story for the show.
Yeah,
What did
yeah.
Lars Ulrich say at Disneyland?
That's a great way to end this actually.
Yeah. So I ran into. Oh, you know what? Before we get into that story, the last thing I wanted to touch on was in 2014 when the fucking Kings won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Dean Lombardi, the old GM,
Slayer drummer.
Dean Lombardi, he brought the Stanley Cup to the arena. So that way everybody could take photos with it, and I got a fucking chance to like hug the Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, on
That's
the
great.
arena that I fucking played at for 5 years.
Fuck yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was such a fucking great,
They-
such a great moment.
They have this Kings blow up Stanley Cup over here at the bar down the street.
Do they really?
Yeah, and I really want it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if I can have it. I'll buy it off them or something.
They're not gonna.
It's like a blow up one, but it says Kings on it. And I think it's when they won that year.
12 or 14.
Yeah.
It was signed by Kopitar's brother.
Yeah, Hans.
Yeah, Hans. I'm waiting for Ron's to come back, dude. No, man. But
Anyway,
dude,
hold on. Wait, what did you say? You ran into Lars?
Yeah, so I was with like all these fucking. It was I don't know why, but I was with all these like metalheads at Disneyland, and yeah, they were like a friend of somebody, one of my friends, and they were like they look like fucking typical metalheads, right?
Yeah.
And so I look over and I'm like, oh shit, there's Lars, because you can't fucking. It's Lars.
Yeah.
And I said to these guys, I was like, hey, dude, I was like, it's Lars over there. And like they all looked over, they're all, yeah, fuck that guy. And they're like, fuck. I was like, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get that. Like, because I know people who are like, yeah, fuck that guy, but then they'd be like, oh shit, like if they saw him, like they'd be still fanboy out, you know? I think they did it because I think it was like one of them said that, and then they were like,
piled on.
I gotta be really cool right now.
Yeah,
like, fuck that guy.
I also ran into James when he was living in Novato.
Yeah,
I saw him walking down the street one day, and like I said, I'm not a Metallica fan.
Yeah,
but I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, it's James Hetfield. So I pulled over and I went like searching around the streets for James Hetfield and his daughter. Yeah. And so I saw these kids and I was like, hey, did you guys see James Hetfield walking by? And they're like, oh no, we didn't, but normally he goes over to this place and to this place, so he might be over there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. They're like, hey, was he with his daughter? And I said, yeah, he was with a young girl. They're all, oh, okay, like, he's usually cool, but if he's with his daughter, don't talk to him. I was like, okay, I definitely won't talk to him then.
That makes sense, though. I don't. Yeah. I know this is a whole other discussion, but you know how like people get I hate when people go, oh, that guy's a dick. But it's like, what was the context of like how you approach this person?
Yeah,
though, you know what I mean.
There's certain people that are just dicks in general, but there's other times there is context.
But I think there's context in every situation.
Well, imagine if you're just trying to eat at the mall by yourself, like you're just so frustrated, and then you see someone staring at you like.
So I've heard stories about that, like people, like one of my old coworkers. She went up to the bassist, what's her name, from fucking White Zombie, the girl from White Zombie.
Yeah, I don't know.
The old bassist.
Yeah.
So she went up to her and was like, yo, are you she was like eating fucking lunch in Hollywood. And my coworker said, yo, you're the bassist of White Zombie? And she's like, yeah, I am. She's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Cool. And she was totally cool. I know somebody else that met John Sally, the Detroit Piston. Met John Sally while John Sally was having fucking dinner with his family.
Yeah.
And went up to him while he was at fucking dinner.
Yeah.
And John Sally couldn't have been nicer. I met Bill Lambier, who was like one of the other Detroit Pistons fucking greats. I met Bill Lambier when I was 10 years old. I was decked out from head to toe in Pistons gear. No, I'm not kidding you. I had Pistons Zubas on.
Yeah.
Ran into him. There was nobody at this fucking place. I was in the airport.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And I walked up to him. I said, Mr. Lambier, can I have your autograph and shake your hand? I give him my hat and a pen. And he looks at me and goes, have I ever told you guys a story?
No.
You guys know who Bill Lambier is, right?
No.
From the Pistons.
Obviously from the Pistons.
He was a part of that like bad boy era.
He was a Kid Rock band.
There was like this era of like 80s, like late 80s, early 90s Pistons. It was Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman, John Sally.
The Bad Boys.
Yeah, the Bad
Boys, and Bill Lambier. Bill Lambier was the fucking... He was basically the goon of all goons. So I was really excited because I was a big Pistons fan. And walk up to him, Mr. Lambier, can I have your autograph and shake your hand? And he looks at me, he grabs my hat and goes, I don't want to make a big scene. Signs my hat and gives it back to me and walks away. And I'm standing there with I'm a 10-year-old fucking kid. I have this hat and I'm thinking, oh my God, I just blew this fucking 8-foot-tall guy's cover.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I turn around, there's nobody around.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I went home. I fucking I got on the plane, went back to fucking San Francisco Bay Area with my Pistons hat signed by fucking Bill Lambier. I went home and I threw away the hat and I fucking got rid of all my Pistons gear. I was done.
Oh, because he made you feel bad for asking for an autograph?
Yeah, because he was such a fucking dick. And like, it's like one of those feelings like...
And you were 10 years old.
I was 10.
Yeah, that's kind of
fucked
up.
That's weird.
It was fucked up.
Yeah.
My uncle had an experience with him too, where he sat down next to him at a fucking event. He was literally like...
Involved in the event, right?
Yeah, like it was, because my uncle was like, he worked at some car dealership, so we'd always get all these weird comp tickets and stuff. So he's sitting there next to Bill Lambier. My uncle didn't give a fuck about him. And Bill Lambier, my uncle is just, he's fucking ass to ass with him. And my uncle just says, hey, how's it going? And Bill Lambier's reply was, fine. That was it. But Charles Schultz, to tie it all up, to put a big bow on it, Charles Schultz couldn't have been nicer to me as a little kid. And he did a lot for fucking Santa Rosa hockey. He did a lot for fucking hockey in the state of California. Can't say enough good things about what his impact was on my hometown. And I'm so grateful that I had that arena there. And every time I would go to another fucking hockey rink, anywhere playing hockey, I never fucking understood why there wasn't any fucking fake trees and like fucking fake buildings in there. It was so weird. I'm like, why the fuck why am I
funny.
playing fucking hockey in a fucking box?
Yeah.
It never made any sense to me. So like I got so jaded from that arena.
Well,
Such
it
a
makes
cool place.
sense because a lot of those rinks were like party events, were
Yeah.
party spots.
Dude,
like-
I would have all my birthday parties there as a kid.
Yeah.
I got this great picture on my fridge of me as this 10-year-old fucking chubby kid. I'm wearing a Top Dog shirt and I have a fucking bowl cut. And I'm holding on to this fucking massive Detroit Red Wings sheet cake that my neighbor made me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a great photo.
Nice.
I had her recreate that same cake. I called her up and I was like, hey, are you still making cakes? She's like, yeah. I was like, can you recreate the cake that you made me for my 10th birthday?
Yeah.
And she's like, sure.
Dude, hey, for someday, like, I think this might all come full circle. Where like, say if the tables have turned and you see Bill Lambier like in the airport,
God.
you should be like, hey, bro, I'm too busy right now for an autograph.
I'll walk up to him and just be like, I don't want to make a scene and
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
away.
and then you just stab him in the gut, and then you kill him. No, I don't condone of killing Bill Lambier, but
And then I'll say hi to Sparky for me, you fucking piece of shit. Say hi to Sparky in hell for me, and Snoopy and Charlie Brown, you fucker.
And as he goes down, he's like, "Good grief!"
On that note, guys, this has been a beautiful episode of
And then I'll just
Robertland.
be eating peanuts like.
Man, so yeah, death, love, hockey, Snoopy. This has been a beautiful episode, guys. Follow Robertland on YouTube. We've got the video versions of the show where you can see all of our pores and everything, and Blu-ray HD dog. And thank you guys. Yeah, check us out, Robertland. Au revoir.
Oh, you're not gonna do a fucking social media shout out for everybody, or no? It's
Oh
fine.
yeah, guys. Go if you want to follow Rossco.
You can find me at the Warm Puppy Cafe at the fucking Santa Rosa fucking Snoopy's Home Ice, and I'll be eating fucking warm puppy burgers and drinking hot chocolate.
That's what it's called, the Warm Puppy Cafe.
Yeah, they have a warm
That's
puppy
adorable.
cafe.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can find Rossco eating puppy dogs there and
On YouTube.
Yeah, RooTube, Rossco on RooTube.
Whoop-oo.
Yeah, RooTube on Rossco Soletrain on all those things.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Yeah, dude. Rossco Soletrain, check him out. And then we got Ryan D from the
Hitting the mics.
Hit the Mics podcast.
Hit the mix, the first
Anti-Irish. That was my riff. I'm like, is this the first anti-Irish podcast? You know, like
It's Doug's fault. That's what. That's why.
But guys, guys, be safe. We love you, and we even love Bill Lambier. You know, we can forgive and forget, but we will shit on his grave.
Yeah,
Thank
fuck
you.
that piece of shit.
Yo, what's up, bitches? This is Chet Hanks. No, it's not. Just kidding. It's Robert Thompson. Guys, thanks for watching or listening to Robertland. You know, a while back, I thought it was fun to hit certain people up and ask what their theme park memories were. And, you know, I reached out to one of my favorite comedians, Todd Glass, through Cameo. And he, gave me, a 7-minute video, which was amazing. He did a bunch of different intros for the show, which was awesome. And I put one at the beginning of the show. But the message, I don't know if I played it in its entirety on the show before, but I just thought I would play it now because he's a beautiful man and a great soul and a hilarious comic. So I thought I would play this to kind of end the show. A fun video from Todd Glass to us at Robertland. So guys, enjoy. Au revoir.
Robert, you're like, where's Todd? Wait, what happened to Todd? What happened to him? What happened to Todd? How you doing? You good? You're good? Well, let's do first things first. You asked me to wish you a happy August. I'll do more than that. Of course I'll do more than that. Jennifer, whenever you're ready on the piano, please. Robert, happy August to Robert. Happy August to Robert. Happy August, happy August. Happy August to you. Now, whenever you get depressed, you can play this. Happy August to Robert. Happy August to Robert. Happy August, happy August. Happy August you. Wrap it up. All right, there you go. Right? That's good. Sorry, my voice is a little, I haven't been doing my vocal exercises. And you said you want me to do something for your theme park, share a quick theme park memory. I got a theme park memory. I don't know if it's the best one in the world for your dopey comedy theme park podcast. Nothing dopey, Robert. I like theme parks. Whenever I drive by a theme park, I always want to go. Like even if it's on the side of the road. Well, that's an amusement park. You're talking about a theme park. Wow, theme park. Do I have any theme park stories? Hey, look, two things. One, I forgot to mention this up front. I hope it's not too dark. If it is, I'll redo it for you. Or if I don't have a theme park story. See, I was thinking amusement park, but theme park. Theme park would be, well, I remember once going to, I guess it was both. It was a theme park and, because it was the Great Adventure in New Jersey. That's a theme park, right? Is it? I'm not sure. But I went with my friend's parents, and my friend wanted me to go. He's like, hey, can Todd come with us? I was probably in 6th grade, 5th grade, and we went. I didn't want to go on any rides because they made me nauseous. And I, told his dad, I said, I don't really want to go on any rides. So since he was paying for everybody's rides, he just gave me, he goes, well, I think he gave me like $20 or 15 or whatever it was. And I was just buying food. And then nobody else wanted to go on rides. They're like, well, we all want to get money and go on rides. And then the mom goes, because they had already bought some tickets to the rides, I guess. But then we found out we could use those tickets to also buy food, because you had to go take the money and buy. Is this making any sense? So nobody wanted to go on any rides. So all we did, everyone was happy to go around and just eat. And the dad told me for years that I ruined the whole trip, affectionately. He goes, oh, Todd Glass, look at him, the guy that ruined our trip to Great Adventure. And that's my theme park story. I can give you a little, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a little intro for your show. By the way, there is a pandemic. I'm bored out of my mind. Can you tell I'm not in a hurry? You're listening to, I'll give you one of those you're listening to, but it's not your dopey comedy theme park. It's just, the show is called, what's it called? Robert's Theme Park Memories. Hold on, just stay with me. I wish you a happy August. And then it says, for my dopey comedy theme podcast. You're listening to Robert's Dopey Theme Park Comedy Podcast. Robertland. You're listening to Robertland. You're listening to Robertland. Make sure you're tall enough to come on the ride. And you are ready to listen to Robertland. Pretty good, right? Well, guess what? It's that time that we have to say goodbye. Why do I hear feedback? Oh, it's me. It's Mike. A lot of stuff going on here. All right, well, listen. I hope you're doing well, and I hope I gave you something. Did I give you something? Something worth using? What else do I have here? Do I have any bells and whistles I could use? I thought I did. Well, maybe I don't. You know what I'll do? I'll end by singing happy birthday to you. Well, and notice it's probably somewhat like the first theme. So, here we go. Jennifer, because your birthday's going to come up. Maybe if I fucked up the whole Robertland thing, I want to know the difference between a theme park and an amusement park. I mean, I could guess, but I'm not positively right. But here we go. Jennifer, whenever you're ready. Day to Robert. It's your birthday, and you have this. Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robert. Happy birthday to you. That's it. Goodbye.
If you just come outside, we'll go to Mars and get some candy bars. You must be from Buena Park, 'cause sugar, you have my heart. I don't just used to good fun, yeah. A little taste of something sweet, girl. I don't just used to good fun, yeah. Injection of Raven's revenge. So sick